Yo, what's happening, everybody? It's your boy, Urs Mac, the mad scientist.
Yo.
It's your boy, Mad Max, in the building. This is the Orange Phoenix Show. My boy, Max, man, it's been a while, my boy.
It's been a while, man.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. So, what's been going on with you, man?
Life been lifing, man. That's all I got for you.
Life.
Life been lifing.
I don't know. That's a good thing or bad thing. Depends how you look at it.
Yeah, it depends on how you look at it. Because at least, unlike our other co-host who's not here today,
Yeah.
our job is always something cool to go to.
True. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna cuss him to piss out. I'm definitely cuss him out. Cause I done called this man last week over the weekend, text him like, yo, where you been? Blah, blah, blah. And I reached out to his sister. He's like, yeah, he's fine. I'm like, cool. Now that I know he's all right, I'm gonna cuss him out. I'm gonna cuss him out. So when you answer the phone,
but a child of God.
Woo, everything. It's gonna be a wrap out here. But man, now for the listeners out there and the watchers out there, Mad Max is actually coming to my house, starting tomorrow. So my birthday is on Friday. So we're gonna be partying.
It's going down.
Yeah, it's definitely going down, man. You're gonna find us on the roof somewhere. But anyway.
I hope not. I don't want to go to jail in a foreign city.
Nah, ain't no jail time. Ain't no jail time.
I don't want to go to jail.
So, man, we got a jam-packed show for you guys today, man. We talking about Toy Story 5. We got the Evo lineup and the PlayStation State of Play. And obviously,
before we start,
yeah,
Pixar, what are you doing? Why?
Yeah.
Why?
So we got to talk about this. We got to talk.
Let's talk about it. But
so, Toy Story 5, apparently that is in the works now, according to reports that Pixar executive Pete Docter defends the existence of Toy Story 5, and he says released in 2019's Toy Story 4 received a much acclaim from critics and audiences alike for what was believed to be the concluding chapter of animated saga. Now you've seen Toy Story 4, right?
Yeah,
that seemed like it was the end.
It did to me.
Okay, I thought I was tripping, and he said Toy Story 5 was announced to be in development at Pixar, leading many to question if another sequel is necessary after seemingly a perfect ending, which I don't really think that was a perfect ending, but it was an
good ending. It was enough of an ending to let us know it was ending, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, that let us know because Buzz left, Woody ended up with Bo Peep naturally, and that was it, right? So
what? Are you gonna come out with a whole new group of toys? I mean, what are you guys gonna do?
I think it's still the same people. Okay,
I would hope not.
My perfect ending though would be if, obviously they go on their adventures or whatever, but they end up at a yard sale and Andy finds them, and Andy's already married, has a kid, and he buys.
You've talked about this before, and he gets the toys and gives them to the kid, and then they start the whole.
Yeah, they start the whole process, and that'll be perfect ending because they end up back home, they're back with Andy. So,
I think they should come out with some new toys and have. Well, if Woody found Bo Peep, let Buzz be like the washed-up old toy, and make it about how he adjusts to life as the old guy.
True.
In the group,
but Buzz got a girl too now. Buzz got a girl too. He met her on that Woody's counterpart on Toy Story 2. So he ain't by himself. He got her.
But
so
I just don't know what kind of story they could come up with for Toy Story. I don't know, man. I mean, it's gonna be. I'll probably end up watching it, but it most likely it'll end up on one of the streaming services when I finally watch it.
Yeah, Disney Plus for sure.
Yeah,
bro, I ain't even gonna hold you. My ass gonna be in that theater. I don't care how many kids up in there. They need to move out the way. This ain't for y'all.
Movies. I'm gonna be in the theater next week.
For what?
Creed 3.
Oh well, now yeah. Creed 3. Now our mutual friend, the OG, she went to go see it already. She went to go to the premiere already.
I heard. How did she like it? Did she say?
She didn't say. But I know I went to go see Ant-Man a couple days ago, and it was actually pretty good. It was actually straight. Some people didn't like it, I guess, or they feel some kind of way about it. But it's actually a start of Phase 5. Kang is the next big bad, going forward, right? So
Who is Jonathan Majors, by the way?
Jonathan Majors, who's in every freaking thing right now.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, hell. I mean, so you got Ant-Man and the Wasp this week. The following week, you got Creed 3, which you are a part of. So, I mean, he making money hand over fist. So, I can't even be mad at it. But, I mean,
what else he got going down the pipeline that we don't know about yet?
Yes. Oh, actually, it's like a bodybuilding movie, actually. And I think that's coming out this year, too.
See?
So, I forgot the name of it, but I saw the list of movies he was being part of.
I'm not saying his acting is as good, but he's on one of them post-training day Denzel runs right now.
I mean, the first time I saw him,
Denzel had like 3 movies come out in the same year.
And he made bank on every single one of them.
All of them. Yeah.
Every single one of them. Now, I remember seeing Jonathan Majors in Da 5 Bloods. That was on Netflix. Yeah, the Spike Lee.
Spike, yeah, that movie. Oh, God. I was talking to somebody about that movie the other day, but that's another show. That movie, oh God, that movie was horrible.
You think that movie was horrible?
I think I caught it because wasn't it based out of Red Hook, New York?
Yeah, well, you know they went back to the jungle to get that treasure. Because that was Chadwick Boseman's
last movie. Next to last movie.
Next to last movie, right? So in that movie, you know, he died, but that was like early on. I think he left the treasure or something like that. So the old heads went back to find it, and that's kind of like what the story was about. You know, they just went back to knowledge.
I was like, Spike, you could do better than this, but whatever.
Delroy Lindo went out like
a G.
Yeah. I mean, all I saw was his body just doing this one right here. I like, no, man, don't kill that man. Swiss cheese out of that man. That man Swiss cheese out of him. But I mean, now, as far as Toy Story 5 goes, man, you got to make it make sense. I don't know. You can make it make sense. I don't know. This is a money grab because it feels like a money grab.
It is. Let's be honest. It is.
Yeah, it definitely feels like a money grab. I can't condone it. I mean, like I said, the only way if you're going to make a Toy Story 5 is if you put Andy in the mix or Andy's kid in the mix somehow, some way. Let that be the fitting ending. And
even though I don't know how, but even if then, like, what kind of story would you tell?
The normal stuff, like their normal adventures and somebody getting lost or they got to find somebody, or you know, it's all, the premise is always there. And even with the other Pixar movies with Lightyear,
I would probably do would be, how do the toys get the child to play with them instead of the video game?
Oh, see, that's another one. That's another good one. That's steady progression, because nowadays kids. Well, I know a kid that still plays with toys. Yeah,
they don't play with toys. They play Fortnite and Roblox.
Yeah, that's actually be. Who knows? That might be the premise of Toy Story 5. Like today's generation, they want to play video games and stuff like that. So, I mean, because if you really look at Toy Story, you know, Woody was the premier toy until Buzz Lightyear showed up, and everybody was everybody was included in the space. And then Toy Story 2, people was into the vintage toys, and you know, Woody is a hot commodity at that point for a toy collector. And then 3, they get shipped off to a daycare center where they technically is in heaven because they got all other toys out there until there's a teddy bear that's out here hating, and then then it was a wrap from there. So
hating ass teddy bear.
I like, come on, man, you gonna bring a teddy? I mean, which is a perfect premise because you think a teddy bear is cute and cuddly, but it's a hater. So
you turned me on to something because I got excited last night.
What's that?
I'm waiting till you talk about it.
Okay. Which leads to like Sony PlayStation announced this state of play. So Sony has announced that the state of play will take place tomorrow. Well, actually, as of this recording, is the 22nd. So February the 23rd. Now it shared new details on the Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and more. Now announced in a tweet below, the event will take place at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. UK time, so 7 a.m. AEST on February 24th, and it can be viewed on YouTube and Twitch. Now the main attraction is obviously to be a 15-minute gameplay showcase of Suicide Squad, Kill the Justice League, and it which will share new game mechanics and updates on Rocksteady Studios' latest. So that's the highlight.
I can only imagine how that's going to play. It looks good from the screenshots I've seen.
I seen like the movie trailer, and I mean, being a fan of the Batman Arkham Knight series, the Arkham City and Arkham Asylum series, I'm a big fan of those. And Gotham Knights just came out maybe a few weeks ago, maybe like last month or so, and a lot of people kind of dig it. So to go to a different avenue, to go to Suicide Squad, that might be a must cop for me. I might have to get that. Might have to play that.
Hey, you got Tecmo Bowl?
Do I have Tecmo Bowl? Yes, I have Tecmo Bowl. Yes, I have Tecmo Bowl. I have it on the SNES.
No Bo Jackson though.
No Bo Jackson. That hey, listen. To the watchers out here, let me tell you something. When you play football games on Tecmo Bowl, you do not choose the Raiders.
Can't get the
Raiders. Right? Cannot get the Raiders because of Bo Jackson.
Unless you're willing to lose a friend.
Yes, unless you're willing to lose a friend. If you don't know how to just do away with that friend, that's your best option. Choose Bo Jackson and beat the shit out of him. But
no, just run around in a circle for the whole quarter and then score it with 0 left.
Because you never will catch him. You're not going to catch Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl, and I forgot which Madden that had Michael Vick on the front cover.
No, that's the one he got hurt. I think it was 06.
Oh, I think it's 06. Yeah, I think it's 06.
If I'm wrong, put it in the chat, gang.
Yeah, so those two, don't touch that. But yeah, we got Tecmo Bowl. Speaking of football now, I bought Madden 23.
What you think about it?
It's trash. It's trash.
You got it for the 5 or the 4?
I got it for the 4.
Should have probably got it for the 5. Don't you have a 5?
I don't have a 5. But here's why I say it's trash, right? So when I first started playing, Joe Mixon was running in open field, and he fell as if someone clipped him, but nobody was around him. I'm like, yo, what is going on here? Because like the first quarter, I was playing all Madden, and I did catch it. Had like 2 TDs on the board, and then the second half shows up, and then all of a sudden, they're not catching the ball. Same play, same open guy. He catches the ball, and then it just drops. I'm like, yo, what is going on here, man? And I have played all Madden before in previous Madden games. Don't have this issue. Don't have this problem. Now, one thing I will say I do like about it is that the defense. It seems like the defense adjusts at the half.
Oh, they adjust. Period.
Yeah. I think they adjust. So I'm like, I dig that aspect of it, but I feel like Madden 23 could be better. I don't think it is as good as Madden 22 or 21.
Well, the thing with Madden, they put all the good stuff in the PS5 version.
Okay.
Because like, you know how, I don't know if you've seen the steals from the PS5 version, but you can actually lead the receiver, those lobs, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's got precision passes. The 4 doesn't, for some reason.
You know, the other part of it is I feel like Madden should not be the only football game on consoles. They need to be game day, quarterback club, NFL blitz. I know I'm missing some, but 2K, the 2K series, because honestly and truly, the 2K series are actually
NFL blitz, baby.
NFL blitz. Like, you definitely need that. Like, I feel like the best football game.
Was it 2-on-2 or 3-on-3? What was it?
Well, NFL blitz.
NFL blitz.
I think it was 8-on-8.
Was it? I know it wasn't 11.
No, I think it was 8-on-8 because it was NFL Blitz 2000 and 2001.
But yo, you know what I'm really excited about, bro?
What's that?
I saw you sent me the Evo article. I'm really excited about this Marvel versus Capcom.
You surprised? I'm very surprised that Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 is actually an Evo because it's been around for so long. Ultimate, UMVC has been around for a minute. It's just surprising that it's on the Evo lineup. I was like, damn. All right, that's kind of crazy.
Like,
now,
bro, I hadn't played this game in so long, but that might be a cop. Seriously.
Oh, so here's something you may not know since we're on the Evo subject. So as far as Street Fighter 6 is concerned, the grand prize is $1 million. If you get first place, if you whoop everybody at Evo at Mandalay Bay. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be in Vegas because Evo is every year. It's in Vegas. You win a milli. If you are the sole winner, you will get a milli. They up the ante. That means everybody and their mama is going to take this thing extremely seriously, including myself, because my ass might be at Evo competing. But the thing is with Evo, what a lot of people don't know is that you go through these pools, and it's like you might have hundreds of people that like you playing up against, and in these pools you get your top tier guys, and then those top tier guys go on the main stage, and they compete with each other like face to face on screen, as thousands of people behind them are like looking at the big screen watching them fight.
I was looking at the article again. 25 grand. It's just for if you win the pod.
Yeah.
If you win, man, you know what I could do with an extra 25 grand?
You do a lot.
Right.
You could do a lot. I mean, I'm just from what I understand, is a total of 8 fighting games that will be there. It is Street Fighter 6 PS4, Guilty Gear Strive, which I have that PS4, Mortal Kombat 11, which that is always a mainstay, Tekken 7, always a mainstay, King of Fighters 15, always mainstay, Melty Blood, Dragon Ball Fighters, Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. So those are the games that's going to be premiered in the main event type deal. So Street Fighter 6, I can just tell you right out the gate, that's going to be the main event. That's going to be the main event because that game drops this year. So, and they have dropped open betas, well, closed betas for people to play, and the gameplay on Street Fighter 6 is crazy. Like you can literally walk the street. Like it's an open
to play it.
It's open world. It's an open world dynamic where you create your own character. There's like a Street Fighter hub. You can learn different move sets and all that stuff. Obviously, you can play with the regular characters, obviously, but there's a mode where you can just literally travel, fight mofos on the street. Hence Street Fighter, and no other fighting game has ever done this. So, I'm surprised you never played Ultimate vs. Capcom 3, man. You need to cop that.
But after seeing it, I didn't even know it was out. Like I told you, I look for the same 3-4 games every year. MLB The Show, NBA 2K, Mad.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mad Max is not really an avid gamer, so don't sue him.
Not the Nintendo.
Yeah, don't sue him. But
the days of what? Mario 3.
Mario 3. You know what's funny? I'm really more of a Mario 2 guy.
Really?
Mario 2 was my favorite on Nintendo.
I like Mario 3 because I could fly.
I think that's a lot of people. But 2 was like, to me, it was just different. Like you didn't have no fire flower or nothing like that. And, I mean, you had the star power, but you can pick up plants, pick up enemies, and throw them. And I kind of like that concept, and the fact that you could pick either Toad, Luigi, or Princess, which everybody picked Princess because she can float. But I was a little bit more of a Toad person because he was stronger, even though he had short jumps. So everybody had their pros and cons. Yeah. I kind of like that. But I say Mario 2, Super Mario World, and then Super Mario 3 for me.
Really?
Yep. Those are my top 3.
Let's see. What was that game? The space game.
Star Fox.
No, it was a regular game. It was made by Nintendo.
Oh, Metroid?
Yeah, Metroid. Mario 3. And of course Tecmo Bowl.
Oh yeah, you can't go wrong with Tecmo Bowl. That just
all time. It's so corny, but I love this game. 10-yard fight.
10-yard fight. Oh, wow. That's a game I heard in a long time.
But man, this might be the year I get back into video games for real though.
I mean, now you can probably get UMVC 3 for dirt cheap. Honestly, if you go on the PlayStation store
or something.
Yeah, because I mean, no, you can go on the PlayStation store and get that. Yeah, you can get that. Yeah, that thing is there.
If I got the thing, it might be free. Who knows?
Yeah. Now, also, ladies and gentlemen, if you like our show, please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell, and hit the like button. 1,000 likes at the minimum, and comment, man. Help my boy Mad Max out to get back in gaming. I guarantee you, they're gonna get you on some stuff. PlayStation Store got everything, and also if you got Microsoft Xbox.
You know what I played the other night?
What's that?
Because I downloaded it a long time ago. Hitman. I never played. I just downloaded.
Hey, Hitman is the joint. Now
it's actually pretty cool. I just don't have the patience. My ADHD kicking.
No, you got to have patience with that. Now, I mean, you got ways. Okay. So the good thing about Hitman is there are many ways to play it. You can play it like the stealthy way, or you can go in there guns blazing and just just pop the dude and then leave. You got to make it out of there. But the one thing I like about Hitman is that I can go kill somebody off, stuff them in the freezer, or I can set traps for people. The best trap I ever set up for someone is I was hiding in the dumpster, and this dude keep coming back and like peeing on the wall. And there was like an electrical current that was kind of like just keep on bugging. So I actually sprayed water on it, and I kind of like just sit there. No, I cut the wire, and I hid in the dumpster. And I kind of like just sat there and watched. And when he came around the corner and he peed on it, he electrocuted himself. So I'm like, did I stuff his body in the dumpster? So I really do like Hitman. You like it, you enjoy it. It teach you patience for sure.
Yeah, I gotta sit down and actually play it.
Cause you can, how else I took somebody out? I sabotaged a cockpit in the plane. So when they was doing maintenance in the plane, the ejection seat just shot up for no reason and shot the dude up into the ceiling. So it looked like an accident. They were like, oh snap, what's going on?
Orange Phoenix Magazine is your one-stop shop for all things manga, anime, comics, video games, pro wrestling, cosplay, and more. We even have Sudoku puzzles and word finds in as well. For only $7.99, you can get your own digital copy of Orange Phoenix Magazine, whether it's the current issue or past issues. Also, if you want to save a little bit of change, you can join our Patreon for only $5 a month, and you are guaranteed a monthly issue of Orange Phoenix Magazine. Who knows? You may be featured in the magazine one day. Also, on the same website, you can click on our apparel section and check out our gear through TeePublic. Whether it's hoodies, mugs, t-shirts, or pillows, we got it, and we often have a 35% off sale as well to save you guys money. Click on the links below and to get that party started today.
Everybody like rushing to the plane, which led me to actually go into the building to kill the person I really want to kill. But it's dope, man. It's dope. Like Hitman, the games that you're mentioning, it's been out for a number of years.
Time, yeah,
it's been out for a number of years. But I will say that it's dirt cheap now, so you can actually enjoy it without spending like
Hitman was free.
$67. Oh, it was?
Yeah, because it was the game of the month.
Oh, PlayStation Plus. Okay,
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's up. So we got Evo out of the way now. If you're really interested in going to Evo, you got to get your practice in. So as soon as Street Fighter 6 drops, you might want to get in there. Tekken 7 is already out. Most of the other games that's been mentioned, but actually all of them.
Street Fighter.
Except for Street Fighter 6. That's going to be the main event. But everything else is, you can practice that stuff right now. And then try your hand in Vegas, man. Get that money. Because there's some people out there that have made a whole entire career that'll do anything else but play fighting games.
Only job.
Yeah, that's the only job. They got sponsorships and everything else. So the LGC is huge. That is like the next big market as far as esports is concerned. Evo is legit. They got Evo Japan and Evo US. Now on to the pro wrestling segment of it. So it's been said during the February 20th edition of Monday Night Raw, Brock Lesnar was called out by MVP. So he brought in Omos and revealed that Omos was challenging Lesnar to a match at WWE's WrestleMania 39. And I agree because, okay, let's rewind for a second. Elimination Chamber. I will say Elimination Chamber was probably one of the best Elimination Chamber pay-per-views in a long time. Long time. But that match with Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley, that leads me to believe like, oh, there's going to be a WrestleMania match where they finally beat the piss out of each other. if they go forward with this Lesnar versus Omos, and you just leave that match out there in limbo where he just low blow Bobby Lashley, and that's it. And even though Bobby might face Bray Wyatt, still, nah, that screams Vince McMahon to me. I don't think Triple H would ever do something like that.
I think he would.
How you figure that?
Because one of them about to get somebody belt. I don't know what belt. I don't know if it's Gunther's belt. I don't know if it's Austin Theory's belt. But I can see one of them getting another belt. It won't be the Universal.
No. So it got to be the US title at some point. I think John Cena and Austin Theory will face each other at WrestleMania because there's been a lot of teasing. There's been a lot of talking between Austin Theory mentioning John Cena. He keeps mentioning his name a lot. So I can see that happening. I think Austin may drop that US title to someone. I'm not sure who, but you don't really need a US title going into WrestleMania if you're going to face John Cena. Like, I want Austin Theory to go over on John Cena though, because John Cena got nothing to lose if he lose that match. But Austin Theory got all the gain by winning that match. But back to Omos though, I was like, Omos was just coming out of nowhere when it comes to like him and Brock Lesnar. I'm like, he got unfinished business with Bobby Lashley. Like, you low blow that man. You escape this man.
It can work, but they gotta take the wheels off. Like, don't say, hey, the two of y'all just go out here and beat each other up.
Yeah. It
can work.
It can work. But would you leave Bobby and Brock out there hanging like that after what happened at Elimination Chamber? Because a lot of people were shitting on that match. Well, the ending, not what happened, but just the ending. Would you leave that out there just for?
I don't know what else you could do with it.
The only thing I would have is have them beat the piss out of each other in a cage, like how it was meant to be. Because I know Bobby can do
nothing. What's the payoff?
Bobby goes over. That's the payoff.
Already over. Brock is gonna always be over. So what's the point? I don't see the purpose.
Well, Bobby goes over.
The fifth, third, fourth match.
Fourth match. That'd be the fourth. Yeah.
I don't.
So the first match they had, Roman Reigns got involved. Bobby goes over. He wins. The second match they have, Brock Lesnar wins, but he wins in a matter that is not dominant. Like, he escaped Bobby Lashley. He did a Bret Hart, Steve Austin bit where he kind of like rolled backwards and did the pin on Bobby. Then Bobby beat the shit out of Brock Lesnar after the fact. Then Brock comes in, interferes in Bobby's match with Austin Theory, and then Bobby and Brock has a match again. He gets put in a hurt lock. Brock escapes, but this time low blows the man. So it's kind of like.
But there's no other payoff. See, you've ended this match. You've ended this match on 3 separate occasions.
Yeah.
And all the finishes that you can imagine.
Well, not all of them.
You got a low blow, which is a DQ.
Correct.
You got help from somebody.
Yep.
Then the second match, you got some rickety way of winning.
Right.
That's the Dusty Rhodes School of finishing, baby.
Hey.
Ain't left to do, baby.
What there is.
You know
so what?
Ain't nothing else to do, daddy.
The common denominator though is there was no DQ match. There was no cage match. There was no like Hell in a Cell match.
For that, because what you want, everything that everything that you're asking for is gonna make one or the other look weak. You don't want to do that.
Well, you can't really make Brock look weak though. Like, Brock has lost matches, but Brock is still the attraction. I feel like
you can't make either one of them look weak. So if Brock goes over in a no DQ and he beats the hell out of him,
yeah,
then Lashley looked kind of weak. He lost. If the opposite happens, you know what I'm saying? So you can't really do. I think they've done all the finishes that they're gonna do. I think it's time to move on for real.
I think Bobby has a lot to gain for just beating Brock Lesnar straight out the gate, because I
think it's time to move on.
And also, I know Brock can go longer than 10 minutes. I know Bobby Lashley can go longer than 10 minutes. And this is what the matches they've been giving us is like impact, finisher, kick out, da 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 da. That what they did at Elimination Chamber. I'm like, this is not what I want. I don't think this is what the fans want. I think they want them to beat the shit out of each other and then hit a finisher at that point. You know, not all the quick hits or whatever, but just actually legit have a match.
I feel like it's time to move on, man. And Omos is actually the perfect person. He needs something to do. He hasn't really got. Who's he really challenged? Like who's he got into a program with that was worthwhile?
Braun Strowman. I didn't say worthwhile, but Braun Strowman. That was his other person. Because Omos actually was taller than Braun Strowman.
Guys never work. You see, they never work. When have they ever worked?
Kane and Undertaker. Vader. Let's see. Well, actually, Vader wasn't going up against another big dude.
Well, look what you just said. Okay, I'll change what I said. Two big plotting big men who limited skill set. Both Kane and Undertaker had skills.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because El Gigante was it El Gigante?
He was horrible.
Was that WrestleMania? That was El Gigante, right? The one that had the that bodysuit. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was terrible. Horrible match. Horrible. But yeah, I just feel like they need to be a definitive winner. And I know what WWE is trying to do. They're trying to make two people look strong, but Bobby needs it more than because Bobby is that dominant figure, right? And Brock has always been that figure, but I can see the stories being driven that Brock can't beat Bobby like straight out the gate because it seems like there's some ways that Brock just get this win. And I mean, people was born the fact that he low blowed him.
I think it's time to let it go. Because
when the last time Brock Lesnar low blowed someone, the last time he did that was with the Undertaker. That's the last person he did it with was the Undertaker. Because the Undertaker was that formidable, he had the result to a low blow. And Bobby is being treated in the same respect.
I heard something crazy the other day. Speaking of Elimination Chamber. So I think I was listening to Busted Open. Shout out to Busted Open.
Shout out Busted Open. Yep.
Somebody said that Cody is going to beat Roman.
Okay.
But Jay is going to be the one to help him do it.
Jay Uso?
Yeah. Because you remember he walked out the ring and was like, we never saw him again once he got speared.
True. I can see that happening. Because there's another story. The best storyline in wrestling right now is the bloodline. And that's across the board. And there's no other storyline in WWE that is just as compelling as this bloodline because it's like it's too many wrinkles there. You got Sammy, you got Kevin not seeing eye to eye, and Kevin like, look, I came out here for your family, bruh. You know, if you need help, holler at your boy Jay. He leaves out the ring.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And then you got Jay that's at odds, and Jay saying I'm out on Instagram with a little blood emoji there, so that's kind of like indicating that he's not in the bloodline. He's just there for his brother. I can see that happening. I can see Jay costing Roman the title. I won't be mad at it, but you know what the common denominator is? The number one person that is putting all this stuff together, Paul Heyman.
Mm-hmm.
That is Paul Heyman right there. And how long this story been going for? Like what? 2 years?
Almost.
Yeah, 2 years. 2 years.
Wait, no. 3. Almost 3. Over 3.
Over 3 years. Too many wrinkles.
Close to 3. Because he had 900 and some odd days as champ.
900 days. And then you got the Usos over a year as tag team champions. But also they can treat it as the Freebird rule. So if Jay's out, then Solo and Jimmy can be tag champions.
Not to mention, Solo was the North American champ for almost a year.
For a period, yeah. For a period. And you can easily have a Jay and Sammy versus Jimmy and Solo.
Who's Solo's dad? Is Umaga his dad?
No. They all got the same dad. He's the baby brother. Yeah.
Rikishi? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
thought that was where he's using Umaga's moves. That's why I said.
Yeah, he using Umaga's move because that's their family. So
yeah, that's their uncle.
Yeah, so yeah, he's just a baby brother at that point. But they can use the Freebird rule. They can do that. And okay, so speaking of storyline, the state of AEW right now.
That's your thing. I'm just gonna listen because I can't.
When you say that's my thing, okay.
Because I catch it out of 4 weeks a month. I probably catch it maybe twice at the most if it's a good month.
Okay.
And I'm just never impressed. Like the only reason I show up now is for what's her name? See, I forgot her name.
Jade Cargill.
Yeah.
You can't forget Jade Cargill, man. She's she's the only TBS champion. She's undefeated at this point.
That's how AEW is snooze festing right now.
You know what? You know what I think? So AEW, when it comes down to storytelling, I think there is storytelling there. Chris Jericho does it. I think he does it best among like the entire roster. I think John Moxley do it to a certain degree. But it's no debating that the Bloodline storyline is the best storyline in wrestling. But I think since that storyline is there, people start using the term long-term storytelling and then correlate that with AEW and say, oh,
here's the problem with AEW.
Check where you at. Balls in your court. That kind of thing.
AEW does not have anyone that's ever been a booker. Ever.
I don't know, man.
Think about even the Asians have never been bookers. Arn's never booked. I don't know if Tully's still an agent over there. Who else is an agent? Big Show,
Arn Anderson.
Arn is never booked.
Yeah, Big Show.
They've always been great at. Even Jericho has never been a booker. Great at taking direction.
Oh, giving it.
But you have nobody that's actually been a booker. That's why WWE is winning, because Triple H understands I got Heyman. I got Bruce Pritchard in the back.
Which I don't think Bruce Pritchard ain't even in the mix like that, because Triple H had the creative.
I got a lot of guys that have been bookers in small territories and been successful.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why AEW didn't let Jeff Jarrett stick around.
What do you mean? He is around. He's one of the reasons why AEW is going on tour for these states. Because before Jeff Jarrett was there, they wasn't going on tour. You had Rampage. You had.
So what does he do?
You had Dynamite. I think he's in charge of the touring and
see, that's the problem.
And the venues and stuff like that. But also, creative. I think he got some pull like when it comes to like the booking too. I think he does, but I think that's one of the reasons why they bring Jeff Jarrett on there. But Jeff been dealing with a hard time. His dad passed away, so
yeah, one of the greatest bookers ever.
Right. So, I think one of the things is like with Ring of Honor, because Tony Khan got like this major announcement. This is Wednesday, so as of this taping, he has an announcement. Not sure what it is. Obviously, Ring of Honor is going to be back on like Ring of Honor TV, where it's going to be showing a weekly show now. You can't say AEW don't dabble in diversity because, you got black champions. You have like it's Black History Month, and Jade Cargill's a TBS champion. Athena's the Ring of Honor Women's champion. Mercedes. Oh well, she's not part of AEW.
Have you been watching NWA lately?
I haven't, but I knew it well. Well, I'm gonna tell you right now. I might sound like a hater. Tyrus is not NWA World Heavyweight Championship material.
Oh no, I'm not disagreeing with you, but I have a new up and coming favorite wrestler.
Okay.
His name is Silas Mason.
Oh yeah, I'm familiar with Silas.
You know who he remind me of?
Who's that?
A young Barry Gordy.
Really?
Check him out. I even told him on his Instagram he liked it.
Oh really?
I was like, you look like you remind me of a young Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. I don't know what it is about Tyrus, man. And
I don't like it either.
Nah, it don't resonate with me. It really don't. And one of his interviews, he's like, "Yeah, man, you know the millions of fans." I'm like, "What millions of fans? Like, what are you talking about?" Like the promo that he was doing, but I already know, you know, he was kind of like he was biting off a couple people promos and stuff like that. But I think he kind of like done that purposely.
I think the problem is Corgan is so pissed off with Nick Aldis that he's like, I can make anybody champ and up yours, buddy. No.
Nah, man, Nick Aldis is probably one of the best NWA World Heavyweight champs out there. And you know what? I feel like, speaking of Nick Aldis, I feel like he should do a lot of like indie stuff and maybe do show up on AEW. I feel like he had Ring of Honor. I think he has a good place in Ring of Honor too. Or I think now with that storyline with Mickie James and Bully, like their interactions with each other on Impact, especially what Bully was about to do to Mickie James, you know, that might bring Nick Aldis to Impact. Yeah, he might do something at Impact because, you know, I'm just saying storyline.
It's got to be a one-off. I mean, it's got to. Yeah. Don't be that long.
No, don't be that long. Don't be that long.
I can't believe they still up.
Impact has been doing some really good material. They've been doing some really good matches.
They got some good people
and good stories.
I just can't believe they look. You told us the other day what channel they was on. I was like, I've never even seen this station on my
Access
television.
TV. Yeah.
Where is this? And it's on my television somewhere. I gotta find it. But
see, I don't have Access TV, but I know they got an Impact. Impact subscription.
Orange Phoenix Magazine is your one-stop shop for all things manga, anime, comics, video games, pro wrestling, cosplay, and more. We even have Sudoku puzzles and word finds in as well. For only $7.99, you can get your own digital copy of Orange Phoenix Magazine, whether it's the current issue or past issues. Also, if you want to save a little bit of change, you can join our Patreon for only $5 a month, and you are guaranteed a monthly issue of Orange Phoenix Magazine. Who knows? You may be featured in the magazine one day. Also, on the same website, you can click on our apparel section and check out our gear through TeePublic. Whether it's hoodies, mugs, t-shirts, or pillows, we got it, and we often have a 35% off sale as well to save you guys money. Click on the links below and to get that party started today.
Subscription channel where you can actually like look at the shows and look at past stuff. But now come on now, I would pay for that because of what TNA Impact Slammiversaries, Lethal Lockdown, you know, Kurt Angle versus Samoa Joe, which I still say,
you know, on YouTube
somewhere, keyword somewhere.
I'll find it.
But then again, now legally they could have just have it taken down. Like, nah, the only way, kind of like how WWE material is, if it's not on the WWE channel, you might not see it on YouTube anywhere else. Cause I think they cracking down on that stuff. So that's the thing. Now, Jay White, free agent, had a loser leaves Japan. Where you think he going? WWE or AEW?
Probably AEW. Because they've got a better relationship with Japan.
True.
And now from the little bit I know about him, great wrestler, but he's like a high flyer, right?
Jay White? Nah, not necessarily. He's not really necessarily. I think he's multifaceted. He's not really a high flyer.
I just don't see. I don't think WWE would be the move for him.
So, pros and cons. WWE is looking at Jay White extra hard to the point of people was thinking Jay White was going to show up at the Royal Rumble, which didn't make much sense because even though his contract was over in January, you still got to lose a League Japan match here in February. It don't make sense because now you already know what's going to happen. Right. You already know he's going to lose. So they are willing to spend that money for him, and rightfully so. And if he does show up, I will say he's going to show up the Raw after WrestleMania, because lately in the past few years, the Raw after WrestleMania, it hasn't been that exciting. Right. But you got Triple H in here as the head of creative, so it might be a different situation.
But in their defense, the last 2 or 3 years of WrestleMania has always left us with some WTF moments.
True. Except for last year. Last year was left like with some satisfaction. You got some, Steve Austin, he wrestled and actually did a good job. That was pretty much the highlight for night one.
But that was like Cody, the last. Yeah, Cody came back. So
yeah. So, now here's the pros and cons. Now the con for Jay White is that WWE is getting sold, right?
They're not gonna get sold.
It is getting sold. It's getting sold. I don't know who's gonna buy it, but it's on the sale block. Like it's a kind of inevitable thing. Like it's happening. Now with that being said, Vince gonna have some. Obviously, he's gonna have some level of power because hence that's why he's there. That's neither here or there. So, also a pro with Jay White is that he is a top tier guy. He is a heavyweight champ type of guy, and Roman has beaten 95% of the top tier guys over the past couple of years, with the exception of Cody. So if you got Jay White there, I feel like Jay White has a plethora of people he can go up against. AJ Styles, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, Bobby Lashley. The list keeps going on and on and on and on and on. And then you could have a Bullet Club versus Bloodline feud if you wanted to. It's a lot of moving parts you can work with that. The con to it is, Finn Balor. Finn Balor is the leader of Judgment Day. I think he's getting a little bit more TV time or whatever. Not saying Jay White will get lost in the shuffle, but with all these moving parts, I don't think he will. I think in WWE, I think it was a more of a solidifying thing in WWE. But with these moving parts, business-wise, there's a level of uncertainty there. Like, after this is over, where I'm going to get placed. Because once that contract is there, that contract is there. That's ain't no getting out of that. The pros for AEW is my friends are there. Kenny Omega's there. The Young Bucks is there. Everybody I've kind of like been wrestling up against up until this point is there. But also, there's a bunch of top tier guys as well. So you can also get lost in the shuffle like AEW too. Easily get lost in the shuffle. Because there's a lot of talent there. Chris Jericho, Miro, that hasn't been on TV. The House of Black. Kenny, the Bucks. Adam Cole is coming back. Adam Page, John Moxley, Cesaro. So you in there with that top tier guys, and MJF is not. I feel like MJF is not dropping that title no time soon.
He better not.
So if I had to pen the paper, I would have MJF hold that title until 2024. Because that's when that's when his contract is up. That's what I would do. Have him beat people. Obviously have him beat Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson. I'm sorry, in the Iron Man match, because that's the thing. You can't beat Bryan Danielson in the Iron Man match. He's the best technical wrestler around right now. But you have him.
I would let that be 24, because the trick is, let's see if if he doesn't stay, which I don't think he's gonna stay.
I think he will. I think he just bringing more eyes to it, because when 2024 hit, everybody gonna be looking like, hey, where the hell he's going? Is he gonna stay? Is he gonna go? It's that thing. It's that CM Punk treatment. That's
I get it, but
yeah.
I don't think he's gonna stay. I think he's going.
I think
2024. Okay, Roman gone. He'll be doing movies. Cody's gonna be in his twilight.
Yeah.
Brock is in his twilight.
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley in his twilight.
I don't think Cody will be in his twilight though. I think Cody's the next guy.
Cody been doing this 20 years, bro.
True. He's been doing it for 20 years. True.
He on the backside of his career.
Fair enough. I don't think MJF gonna leave though. I don't think.
I think he is. I think he WWE bound. Now, if it's just, I would have two plans drawn up. The first plan would be a Montreal Screwjob type thing. Because I need to get one more dope promo out you before you hit the road.
Right.
And the other one would be a straight up, okay, MJF wins.
Yeah, but because MJF can't cut the promos like that anymore. If he leaves AEW, it's a wrap. Like it's TV PG from here on out. Now, also, WWE is highly interested in Kenny Omega because Kenny Omega contract is coming up, and they're gonna throw everything and the kitchen sink, anything he wants. Because if Kenny leaves AEW, that is a major blow to AEW. Which I don't think Kenny's gonna leave. That's my thing. I don't think Kenny or the Bucks is gonna leave. Cody left on his own accord. Yeah, I think they're gonna stay. I think this really is kind of like newsworthy because there has been extreme interest in Kenny Omega because they know his contract is coming up. So it's like, oh,
well, they've been eyeing him since before AEW got started. They just never could pull the trigger because Vince didn't want him.
No. They offered the money. They offered from what Kenny and the Bucks saying. They was like, they offered us a substantial amount of money, like a lot of money. But we said no because we want to do our own thing. So Vince offered them the money, they just didn't take it. So that kind of lets you know it's like, they might stay with AEW because now, for me, not saying one better than the other, but from what I've noticed with AEW, there is an abundance of Black and other minority wrestlers on TV a lot more.
But it took our girl to have to say something about it.
Big Swole. We talk Big Swole. I mean, I've been seeing that before Big Swole though. I've been seeing that before. It's like, you know.
Well, okay, you might have been seeing it, but they was always jobbing out.
No, I didn't see them job out either. Like I've seen legitimate wins. Like,
you know
Ricky
what?
Stark.
I'm still mad of how they treat my boy.
Who? Who's that?
Jay, the man Lethal.
Jay Lethal. Well, you know, Jay with Jeff Jarrett. You know, he hanging out with Jeff Jarrett, man.
He's supposed to have 2 belts by now. He ain't got none.
I mean, he did have a belt at one point.
And somebody took it.
Yeah, somebody took the belt. I mean, he had a belt at one point. I mean,
hey man, I just got a message. I think you about to get in trouble too.
How was that? How was that?
Because somebody keep trying to get in touch with you and you're not responding.
Oh well, yeah. So I'll take it after recording.
Sorry for the randomness, gang.
But yeah, I think with Mark Briscoe coming back, coming on AEW television, that's a good move. To have him on TV.
Where does he go from here, man?
I don't know. Obviously he's going to have to relinquish the tag team titles at some point. I think that unless somebody else decides to be his tag partner at some point, but I'm not sure who. I don't even
think he wants another tag partner.
I don't.
That would be difficult to do, man. I'm not saying he should or shouldn't, but yeah, this is just hard. I'd be like, I don't think I could do this with anybody else.
Nah, but Mark Briscoe, I mean, the way how he has taken what has happened, you know, it's all. I mean, obviously he lost his brother, but he is dealing with it.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah. He's dealing with it.
I know he needs wrestling to, you know, get by.
Right.
To kind of get him through this whole thing, but it's kind of like one of them things.
Mm-hmm.
How can I say it? It's kind of like if they made another Nintendo, but it didn't have just the controller didn't have just A and B on it. You'd be like, if it ain't got A and B on it, I don't want it.
I don't want it. This is great value. I don't like it.
Yeah.
It's great value brand.
It's just not
I don't like it.
If I don't have to blow on my cartridge to get it to work, I don't want it. But that's a lie, dude. That was used to be the pits growing up. But
now, one more storyline that I want to get kicked off the ground and I want to be better. Like the backstage segment, I couldn't connect with that was the Saraya No, the Saraya and Tony
you
Storm
talking about
situation.
AEW?
Yeah, because they're being viewed as the outsiders basically because they're the new talent, and obviously, I'm gonna be honest. Since Saraya showed up on TV, the women has gotten a lot more TV time. Like not just 5 minutes. It's like a night and day difference. It's crazy. And right now they have a storyline where you have the AEW original ladies, and you got Saraya and Tony Storm running around like beating random originals up and spray painting L's on their back, just calling them losers or whatever. And so saying,
we've seen that before.
We've seen it before, right? But I kind of like it because Ruby Soho is caught in the middle, and right now you see a transition. Jamie Hayter is the AEW World Women's Champion, which everybody wanted technically, and Britt Baker, they have done a face turn because of what Saraya and Tony Storm is doing. Ruby is in the middle because Ruby has her run-ins with Britt, but Ruby don't agree with what Saraya and Tony is doing, so she's caught in the middle. So now I feel like
Hulk Hogan in all this.
Who's the Hulk Hogan in all this? I would probably say Britt Baker.
So you think she's gonna be the one to come down and drop the leg on the Macho Man? Oh yeah.
But it's the thing. She ain't been away for a while, and she's the fan favorite in AEW. But if she transitions over to Saraya and Tony, that actually will be a very compelling storyline because Jamie Hayter, and have her turn on Jamie Hayter. Like just have her turn on her because Jamie is like the women's champion.
Is it me, or does it seem like there's two women's divisions within AEW?
I'm not opposed to that because you got Jade Cargill and the TBS championship because there's a mid-card championship, and then you got the women's championship. So
yeah, but at some point she gonna be the Goldberg and all this pretty much.
No, I think what's happening is that they're waiting for someone else to come back from injury, and the person I'm thinking of is Chris Statlander. I think that is the person that's going to beat Jade Cargill. I think maybe I'm just taking stabs in the dark. Jade and Chris, I think they met one time, but I think there was like an injury or something like that. I'm not sure if it's different. Leave comments below. But I think Chris Statlander is going to be the person that takes Jade out.
See, I'm looking for I'm looking for her to be either the Goldberg or the Sting in all this. Like I'm really thinking they should start a women's NWO.
Yeah.
Just beat up all the chicks, and then Jade is like the Goldberg, and
that's another person. Actually, Jade could be the other person that joins Saraya and Tony Storm.
I don't think that would work.
I don't think that'll work, but you need a big baby face. So Britt,
I get it. The turn would be amazing.
Yeah,
but
Britt, yeah,
Jade needs to be in the front. She can't be in the back.
No.
And Saraya, how does that work? Who's gonna be the leader, and who's gonna be the follower?
Yeah, Saraya is definitely the leader.
Unless you want to do like a Nation of Domination.
Well, you can do that. You could definitely do it. That's a good thing about this because I feel like this feud that's going on in the women's division is probably the best feud that's going on in AEW right now. Aside from Bryan Danielson and MJF, because now you don't know what's going on. There's so many variables there, and I feel like Britt Baker is that catalyst to be that villain that turns on Jamie Hayter. Now, Jamie can be that top baby face person, or you might have somebody that shows up and be the top baby face person and be with the AEW original ladies and whatever. Now, they did beat up Leva Bates in the backstage, which I didn't like that segment. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm like, man, this segment could have been so much better. But I see where they're going with it, and I think they trying to tackle on that NWO type ish. But I think if they're going to go that route, they need someone like maybe Eric Bischoff, to kind of like guide that ship or something.
You got the right person over there.
You got Jeff Jarrett.
No, I ain't even talking about that. I'm talking about isn't Vicky Guerrero over there?
Yeah, Vicky, because she managing Marina Shafir, Nyla Rose. She managing them. That is your perfect person. Yeah. Yeah, that's your booker. That is your women's division. To be honest with you, Big Swole was actually writing out storylines before she got let go by AEW. She was actually writing out the storyline, a feud between her and someone.
Well, I'm looking at it like from the standpoint of she could be their Eric Bischoff, because Eric Bischoff never wrote stories. He just kind of got the money and the stuff that they needed.
Yeah, I feel that. I think Vicky would definitely be a perfect person. And hey, who knows? Maybe Big Swole might be that surprise person. That could be another wrinkle there. Possible. Yeah. It's another wrinkle because that dived in realism. Like she might show up thinking you might be the babyface, and then bam, she turns on somebody and like, nah. Y'all slighted me the last time I was here. We ain't gonna do this time around. That kind of thing. So much realism that could be used. But either way. But Mad Max, man, that is our show for today.
Oh, hey y'all, watch Snowfall tonight. Last season, baby.
Yeah. So today is February 22nd. So now by the time this show get aired, it's gonna be past Wednesday. But if you haven't watched Snowfall, you definitely need to watch Snowfall. Again, do not forget to hit that like and subscribe button and comment below. Like some recommendations for my boy Mad Max, and also
please give me those video game recommendations.
Yes, hook them up.
Comic books. I'm trying to get into all that stuff. I got to get my action figure game up. I see you back there.
Yeah. Is
that Piccolo?
Yeah, that's Piccolo. Then that's Piccolo back there doing his thing. Holding it down for the Dragon Balls. But that's our show for today, man. So until next time, y'all. Peace.